Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing what I believe is the 5th, although it's possibly only the 4th, update of my 1:400 scale model military airport, or Air Force base. I think it's been 3 years since I last posted an update of this, and it's been about that amount of time since I've even set up this airport in this format with aircraft on it. I'd actually forgotten how I'd even set up this airport, so I had to go back to some old videos and look through that. The airport definitely has new models since last time it's been updated, and I guess also reveals some of the models which have been here in recent months since I've last uploaded any kind of airport update, let alone the military base. So on this airport we have nearly all of my military aircraft. I think it's only excluding one or two. And the airport is quite full considering its size. So yeah, I only posted relatively recently, at the time of filming that is anyway, that was the unboxing of the Japan Airlines 767, but I'm hoping to get out a few more model aircraft videos, including these airport updates. So yeah, the Air Force base is a bit of an easier thing to set up than AEC. Hopefully I'll get something of AEC out soon, but anyway, yeah, we'll get into it. So here, just lining up for the runway, we have a US Air Force Lockheed C-130H Hercules, and this will be departing to, well, it's heading back to Honolulu, Hawaii via Apia. If you don't know, this Air Force base is based in Australia, and it's along the east coast of Australia, so anything here is going to relevant destinations from that area, despite the Air Force base being fictional. So yeah, this is not a new model, and unfortunately does have a broken propeller, but yeah, we'll be heading to Apia before Hawaii. Having just vacated from the runway here, we see a US Air Force Boeing B1B Lancer. This has just arrived from Guam, and will be in here for training season, and it's just currently taxiing to its parking. Moving to static aircraft now, we have the first new model of the airport update. And this is a Royal Australian Air Force Boeing P8A Poseidon. This is a brilliant model from Gemini Jets, and one of the first P8 Poseidon models to be released. Gemini Jets currently have 3 of these on the market, and I believe Panda models have also made a 1:400 scale Poseidon. Currently I believe Gemini have this one, as well as the US Navy and Royal Air Force examples. So due to the size of this airport, the Australian one was the most applicable, and therefore this is featured on this airport. It's currently parked here. It's recently arrived from RAF Base Edinburgh, and the crew are being taken away on a bus, and at some point it will return to its base in Edinburgh. On the other side of the field, just about to receive its pushback, we see a Royal Australian Air Force Boeing C17 Globemaster III. This has arrived in from Amberley a few hours ago and is now departing to Guam, fully loaded up with cargo. This is the older Gemini Jets release of the Royal Australian Air Force C17, which has become quite a rare model now, although luckily they have actually produced a second Royal Australian Air Force C17 in what I believe is the April releases, or they'll probably be the March releases, and that contained the special 100th anniversary tail, but this is the early release from them, and a model that's been in my collection for a while now. And another model that is new to the Air Force base, and this is a wonderful mould from Gemini Jets. This is a Luftwaffe, or German Air Force, Airbus A400M Atlas. Now this has arrived in from Singapore Seletar, en route from Germany, and is currently parked up here, having brought over troops and cargo. It will return via the same flight path in a couple of days. This is a fantastic model from Gemini Jets. I believe they're currently the only manufacturer to have released a 1:400 scale A400M. They've currently done it in 3 liveries, that being this, as well as French Air Force and Royal Air Force. And they're just a fantastic aircraft to have within any collection. On the other side of the remote parking, we see a US Air Force C17 Globemaster III, this belonging to Martinsburg Air Force Base. This is currently loading up cargo before departing to Guam as well. This is another Gemini C17, and another fantastic model for sure. And on the end here we see a US Air Force Boeing KC-135R belonging to New Jersey Air Force Base. This is currently loading up cargo at the moment and will be returning to the US via Honolulu. This is my only 707 mould in the collection at the moment actually, and this is a brilliant model. It's been around for a while, but yeah, so this has been a workhorse on my Air Force base. Moving over to the more prominent side of the Air Force Base, we see the remote gates in the background. We have a Royal Australian Air Force Airbus KC-30A or A330 MRTT pushing back from the wide body gate here. This is a model by Dragonwings actually, and for many years was the only MRTT model available in 1:400 scale. Although in recent releases from Gemini Jets and more specifically for the RAAF, Aviation 400, we have seen some brilliant A330 MRTT molds come out, and yeah, so this one is quite simple. The only real difference from a standard A330 are the pods under the wings and of course the refueling boom at the back. However, I believe that the new molds from Gemini, Aviation 400 and also NG models I believe do have the correct antennas and all of that. But anyway, this is pushing back for a departure to Amberley. And the highlight of this Air Force Base update, in my opinion, and one of my favourite new models that has only arrived in recent days, is the Rossaya, or Russian Special Flight Division, Tupolev Tu-204-100. Actually, no, this is the 300 series, this is the shortened one. This has currently been at the airport upon arriving from Russia or Moscow via Beijing. And yeah, so this is here with some high-profile individuals on board and is visiting the airport for a short stay. And this is just a brilliant model from NG Models. The Tupolev 204 mold is just fabulous. And the Russian Special Flight Division aircraft have become quite a rarity. Phoenix have recently released the Russian Special Flight Division IL-96 in their April releases, and I very much look forward to buying one of those to accompany this. But for now, this is the Russian presidential aircraft that is visiting the airport. And the final model for this Air Force Base update, which is currently just receiving catering, is the Japan Air Self-Defense Force Boeing 767-200ER. This is an ex-AWACS aircraft. It's a Boeing 767 AWACS, of which the JASDF are, I believe, the only operator of it. Obviously, the dome on top has been removed. I acquired it this way, and as such, it's just being used as a cargo transport aircraft. But yeah, this much concludes the airport update for my 1:400 scale Air Force Base. As you can see, the diorama has remained much the same. The only real difference is that the hangars have now been removed, just because there wasn't really much need for them, and the airport is much neater just without them, in my opinion. So I hope this airport update has been enjoyable to watch, and I hope it's given an insight into the military collection a little more. I hope to post further implementations of this as I acquire more models and perhaps expand the airport further. I do have a few military models which I'm currently looking at purchasing, and hopefully they will feature on this airport. So as again, I hope you did enjoy this update, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.